Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Come on, baby. Let's go!
Black 20.
52's the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards for number 11.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down, here's White. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. He's coming. Double up.
Alert, alert.
He's coming. Double up.
Alert, alert.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Shot! White 80.
Check 52. Come on. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Slam, slam.
50. Jack 16. White 86. Black 1.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Set. 30 base.
Switch up.
Hey, Echo.
57. Mike, 57. Let's go, D.
And head up.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Uncorks one for Davis. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Block 80! Focus.
He's checking. Crash.
44. Black is back!
They go right back to White here on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Hey, orbit.
Let him know. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Roethlisberger will throw. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with White. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
24. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Hey, Foxtrot.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, King. 52's the mic, boy.
Here's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Alert. General West. Whoa.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. This is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Des Bryant. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, Seahawks 0. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
They're on the 23-yard line.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
39-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Indy.
Check 31.
Greystone travel.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Big grip.
From the 39, Minshew. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. K.J. Wright came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd down.
On the ready.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Check 25. Check 25.
Protein spill. Go.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's going to float this one deep right side. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
First down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
77. Go!
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man is Trey Burton. And he breaks through another tackle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 34. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Ready?
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Check 66. 50.
52, Mike 52.
Hey, exit.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Willie Snead. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Recon, 132 fighter.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike's 57. 57's right.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
18. That's good for a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, zoom.
Watch the slant. Pick that.
6-6. Pull it high. 5.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Set, baby.
Max Crosby brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Crunch.
80 weapon.
Sponge. No. Jam.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Haywood.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. B.J. Goodson. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. White now to return. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Like 80, no foul.
Team showed up.
Middle.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
Watch the slant. Bravo.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Hey, I'm coming. New mic.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Fitzgerald's got it right side. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The four-time All-Pro Johnny Hecker is on to punt for L.A. Back deep is DJ Chark. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Seahawks will take over at their own 20. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
I got you. Sit down.
On 2nd down, Minshew. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Cameron Hayward, his 2nd sack of the night.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun is Minshew. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return, it's White. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Easy. You can't block me. Hey, Alpha. 31's the mic. Watch the back.
Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
You're not ready. You're not ready. 31's the mic. Let's go. 31's the mic. Here we go. Quarter. 31's the mic. Gotta do better. Block it.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down.
Off play action, it's Minshew. He finds Corey Davis.
You want no problem for me.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take it. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready. 30 base.
Check back. Back.
Ready.
2nd half begins with a run by Smith. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Minshew. But it's brought in by Washington. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Minshew. Out to the right. He's got the tight end Waring. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Now Minshew on first and 10. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. On second and 10, it's Minshew. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be third and a mile. Minshew sets to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. K.J. Wright able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Seattle. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Start! 230.
They start the drive with White, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Watch the pass.
They stay on the ground with White. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Black 30.
Come on. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now the second-year man from South Dakota State, it's Zach Zenner. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Like 20. Quit talking about it and bring it. Flag your turn.
On second down, it's White. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up third and inches.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. The carry here for the big tight end. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Tight up.
Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Smith running right. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
57, it's a party now. It's a party now. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
61, matchbox lights.
57, Mike, 57.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 9. Minshew complete. Smith has it. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Smith.
They'll drop to throw. The open man is Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up the first down there with a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
57.
Hey, Delta.
57. Let's go, let's go.
General West. 5.
They go back to the ground now with Smith. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
38-yard line.
Come on.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Bang, 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 bang. Go, Jackrabbit. Come on. Shoot.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check it backer, check it backer.
Pro team spill.
50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. I'm going to come back.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Minshew, first and 10. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's a second and 7. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Seahawks on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Here we go, G.
Snap.
Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Where that? Like 20? 52's the mic. Focus, defense, focus. Check safety, check.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Quarter. Check 26, check 26.
Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger, and this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Alert, alert.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at about the 28. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 11.
6-6, pull it high.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
So another big shot dodge there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike's 50, Mike's
On 4th down, Minshew. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Lock 80. 52. Come off the ball. One day.
On 1st down, it's White, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On second down now. It's White. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On third down, it's Zinner. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Running left, it's Zinner. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
The Seahawks 26-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On the give, it's White. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there? I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down the middle. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Here we go, set, 8, read. 80 weapons. Wide, get wide.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the LA Rams with a victory here. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt. Each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.